where hard work is rewarded, food and homes are affordable, streets are safe, borders are solid, and we're all united under a proud flag. Our priorities for the session are very clear. We want stronger take-home pay with lower taxes and bigger paychecks. We want safer streets by locking up the criminals that Liberals turn loose. We want solid borders by reversing the Liberal immigration mess. And we want a self-reliant Canada by bringing home the hundreds of billions of dollars of investment Liberals have pushed out of our country. And Mr. Carney promised a lot of these things, beautiful promises, but it was a bait and switch. Today we learned that he will only introduce a budget after 2/3 of the fiscal year is already over, during which time he will have doubled the deficit, spent blindly, and driven up inflation on Canadians who can't afford food or homes. This is exactly the opposite of what he promised. You know, it's amazing. And when I said that Mark Carney was just the same as Justin Trudeau, everyone said that was unfair. And you know what? They were right. It's unfair to Justin Trudeau. Mark Carney is more expensive than Justin Trudeau. His deficit is even bigger than Justin Trudeau. His spending on bureaucracy and consultants much higher than Justin Trudeau. He is doing, Mark Carney, with his rampant, unbudgeted deficit spending that drives up food and housing costs, is breaking his promise and doing another Liberal bait and switch. Conservatives are demanding the government reverse this reckless Liberal spending to bring down the deficit, inflation, and the cost of living before his November budget comes forward. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, you said yesterday that you're going to support the Liberals when there's things to support, oppose them when necessary. When it comes to the budget, where are you going to land on that? Are you going to support it?
Which budget?
The one November 4th that was announced.
Do you have a copy you can give me?
I don't.
Okay, when you get one, then I'll answer your question.
Are there anything that's going to make it, anything in there that would make it so that you wouldn't support it? I mean, tell me what your views are.
I'm saying that Mark Carney needs to keep his promise and reverse the massive spending increases that he has brought in that have caused the deficit to double without even introducing the budget.
Mr. Follian, what will Mr. Freeland's legacy be in your view?
That's a good question. I think it was that she resigned rather than introduce a $62 billion deficit. I think she said the Liberals were trying to force her to introduce a deficit of $62 billion, and she said, this is irresponsible, it is out of control, and it will cause massive inflation. And of course that deficit went ahead anyway, and now it's even bigger. She's probably trying to get out of town and as far away as possible before this disastrous November budget comes in. I don't blame her.
Est-ce que c'est possible si le déficit approche les 90 milliards comme certaines projections estiment, est-ce que selon vous le Canada est à risque de perdre sa cote AAA?
Oui, absolument. Parce que si on additionne la dette publique avec la dette privée, on est l'un des pays les plus endettés au monde par rapport au PIB. Donc, M. Carney, avec ses dépenses hors de contrôle, menace la sécurité économique de notre pays, en plus de causer une souffrance massive pour les gens qui ont de la misère à payer leurs factures.
Premier Danielle Smith said that she thinks Ottawa is finally getting it when she saw the first 5 projects that were announced in a major list of ideas that would be approved. The first one was approved today. What do you make of Premier Smith's comments that she thinks Ottawa is doing the right thing on this list?
Well, we have is that after Liberals have blocked projects and driven $800 billion of investment out of our country over the last 10 years, Mark Carney has been even worse than Justin Trudeau. He's driven away another $62 billion of investment, and he is keeping in place all of the anti-development laws that Liberals passed. It's incredible that the best he could come up with was to list 5 projects that were already approved, some of which were already under construction. And I was waiting for him to announce today that he was going to approve the construction of the St. Lawrence Seaway.
On s'attend, M. Poilievre, à ce que le déficit soit important lors du budget. Est-ce que le Conseil de gouvernement va se trouver sur vous, soit le NPD, soit le Bloc pour l'appuyer sur ce budget-là, ou est-ce qu'il y a un déficit qui frôle les 100 milliards personnes pour appuyer le gouvernement?
Mais on voit déjà le taux de l'inflation qui est en hausse, le taux de base de l'inflation est en hausse, et 50% plus élevé que le CID que la Banque du Canada a établi. Pour les épiceries, c'est 70% plus élevé. Donc, M. Carney aggrave l'inflation en gonflant le déficit, et c'est les Canadiens qui payent la facture.
Do you support the
Last question.
Do you support the fact that Mr. Carney today as the first national major
I think
project?
it was already approved. I think they re-announced a project that was already approved, and I announced my support for the Niska project. If you want to check my Twitter account, I announced my support for this project 3 years ago. So, you know, maybe if you ever want to see into the future what Mr. Carney will do, check on the things that I was talking about 3 years earlier.
But you asked
What
me
do you
to
think? What
right?
does it say to you about the country's finances that this budget hasn't been printed off until November?
Can I want to add one more thing. I think I encourage him to approve all the LNG projects. We should have 15 of these things up and running. The Americans have 8. The Qataris have doubled their LNG production. We have the best advantage in the world. It takes 11 days to ship from Canada to Asia. It takes 20 days to ship from the U.S. Gulf Coast to Asia. We use 25% electricity to liquefy gas because our cold weather does a lot of the work on its own. We have more abundance of electricity than they do the Americans. So why is it that they're eating our lunch? Well, because the Liberals are standing in the way. The only thing they need to do, that Mark Carney needs to do, one thing, very simple thing, get out of the way. And then these projects will go ahead with private investment. They are massively profitable, and they can contribute to our country. Sorry, I didn't mean to divert it, just I didn't feel I had given an adequate answer there. So your question is, what does it say about the state of our finances? Well, it suggests that the Liberal government has no idea what it's doing. When it introduces a budget, 2/3 after the fiscal year is already done. Like 8 months of the 12-month fiscal year will be behind us. And in that time, Mr. Carney will have doubled the deficit, ballooned the bureaucracy, and increased the inflation rate, all the opposite of what he promised. Another Liberal bait and switch. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Can I
folks.
ask you about Mr. Freeland's appointment today? Do you think it's a real job?